Dr. Talia, aka the Classroom Doc, and I'm going to talk today actually not about ingredients for a change, but just a little bit about apple cider vinegar because everyone's talking about it and I get asked about it a lot. And it is one of those products I do think it is fabulous, albeit there's a lot of maybe exaggerated stuff about it out there. But I'm just going to talk about the 3 things that I have observed in my own clinical practice and also with hundreds, maybe I don't want to exaggerate, but dozens and dozens and dozens of people have come through the health food store who've given me positive feedback, because I think all of that actually to me is more important than the not so great or small studies here and there. I'm just going to tell you what I've seen. So 3 uses that definitely seem very valuable with apple cider vinegar. Now this one I have here, most of the brands that you will find in the health food store will all say unfiltered and unpasteurized, and that's what I like to buy because I'm ingesting it. I want it to be as close to a whole food and healthy as possible. So while perhaps white vinegar that we clean our floors with may help with some of the same things, I'm not going to recommend that. This one also says with mother. So that does not mean that these lovely bottles were made along with somebody's mother. What it means is the mother is the sort of the symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast that this is made with. So if you leave apple cider vinegar, a good one like this, for long enough in your kitchen, then you might find eventually you turn it upside down and this big slimy glob will come out. That's the mother, and that's why they are able to make such products to ferment it. So that's sort of the starter. So that's a good thing, and if you do find a little piece, certainly just drink it. You can also make your own apple cider vinegar from that. But I digress. Let me get to the point. How can you use apple cider vinegar? Okay, number 1, fantastic, is to use it on your scalp. So I have used it for a long time. I will wash my hair, sometimes with shampoo, often just with baking soda on my scalp. And then afterwards, when it's wet, I just simply fill up this tiny little lid, pour it right in the center of my scalp, the apple cider vinegar, my hair's still wet, and just spread it and leave it on. I don't rinse it off to keep a healthy scalp. Sometimes even on days when I'm not washing my hair, I pour a tiny bit and I just rub it in. It does sort of, you can smell the fumes, it's quite strong, but it seems to evaporate and I don't notice it afterwards, and I haven't gotten comments that I smell like apple cider vinegar, so I think it's okay. Now, I have a normal healthy scalp, it's not sensitive, so if you have a skin condition or psoriasis or something, you might want to dilute yours, even though I just put it straight on my scalp. I've recommended it to tons of people who have especially dandruff, and got great feedback. It's really, really good for that. It normalizes the pH of the skin, so you have, it probably helps clear up the pores that gets clogged, makes it less likely for bacteria to grow. So it's really great just for a healthy scalp in any way if you have any issues on your scalp. Now, second use for the skin. Now for the skin, you definitely want to dilute it. I don't have much direct experience putting it on my own skin, but I have heard back from people who've had various skin conditions, sometimes come back from the dermatologist and they're not quite sure what they have. Maybe it could be fungal growth, but whatever it is, if it just helps normalize the skin, that can be very helpful. I've had quite a few people say their skin condition cleared up with nothing but just the application of apple cider vinegar. So feel free to try it, dilute it in water. Be careful of it getting in your eyes and your face. So that's number 2. Number 3, digestion. Absolutely great for digestion. Again, I've had many patients who have had help by using apple cider vinegar, say 10 to 20 minutes before their meal, diluting it in some water, just about maybe a capful up to a tablespoon, and drinking it, especially for people who have acid reflux. Now this may seem counterintuitive, but I'm not going to go into the whole theory as to why it may work, but it definitely helps. I've had people who it's helped dramatically with their acid reflux, so they haven't had to use any medications anymore. Now, if you have an existing ulcer, do be careful. Then you may not want to be using this therapy. If it aggravates you, then obviously don't do it. Another caution is whenever you have an acid and you're drinking it, it is caustic to your teeth. So if you have issues with your teeth or your gums, just be careful. You might want to sip it through a straw. It can corrode the teeth, so that is one of the drawbacks. Just take it easy when it comes to that. So those are the 3 uses that I find most helpful: skin, digestion, and the scalp. You can also just use it as a food. It's a vinegar, so if you want to make a salad dressing, apple cider vinegar and olive oil. Although I usually do prefer to use lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, because I like the taste. So go out and get yourself some apple cider vinegar, and if you don't like it, pass it on to your neighbor, or you could clean your floors with it. All right, hope you found that helpful. I will see you next time. Bye.